Welcome to Radio Boomers Live, the show about all things human from a baby boomer's perspective. All things hot and all things not. News, reviews, interviews, chat, tech, and what's next. And here are your hosts, Reatha Gray from Betty White's Off Their Rockers and Easy's dad, Jim Zuley.
Good morning, Radio Boomers Live listeners around the world and the Easy Way family. Radio Boomers Live is coming to you, well, basically from Southern California, and we're here to just cover all kinds of topics. Let's see if we have, do we have Sophia on with us today? Okay. Reatha is taking a break, and she's doing some shows and hosting up in Northern California. So we're going to be keeping track of Reatha, and we just wanted to say congratulations to Eric with everything he's doing, and it's been a totally exciting venture, I'll tell you. It's really been something else. And we're going to be keeping up in the world of the virtual world and the technology that's going on today. It's a game changer for sure. And we're going to, with the way everything's changing for everybody, we just have to sit back and you have to adapt, because some people are going to work, some are staying home, and we're just trying to go with the flow and keep the bills paid. And there's a lot of positives coming out of this as far as the economy goes with the low interest rates and so on. But we just want to keep abreast of everything and keep you in tune the best we can in technology and health, and so you don't have to be just a baby boomer listening to the show. But with that, we're going to go into our hot topic time and see what's going on in the world.
Ripped from the headlines, today's hot topic.
All right, well, we got a lot of stuff going on. The stimulus deal before election hangs on Pelosi. The cutoff is coming up. The fate of the additional stimulus for the U.S. economy before next month's election will be decided this week. And a lot of people are waiting for that possible $1,200 check, or the, for married couples, $2,400. And, the longer they put it off, the more frustrating it is for people. But, something's going to happen. The Supreme Court to hear challenges to the Trump border wall, funding and asylum policies. That's all on the table of Supreme Court. 40 million worldwide numbers for those affected by the COVID-19, big numbers. And the numbers seeking food assistance, 6 million. And there's 1.1 million for the jobs in August. We have, I have so many stats, but they're coming. I'm trying to keep you guys up to date on this, but the numbers change. The number seeking food assistance is 6 million. The unemployment rate slips to 7.9% in last jobs report. Mortgage rates still at historic lows, and we're talking 30-year loans can be seen at around the 3% level. So let's see, we have, I like that. So, guys, you're looking at... I'll write that. If you're going to be thinking about buying a house, this is the time to do it, because when you're talking about 3%, possibly lower than that, depending on if you're FHA, VA, or whatever, and don't forget you can buy down your rates, it's going to lower your payments. And it can make a big difference in 30 years, 25, 30 years with a note like that. So I keep harping on you younger folks to put some money together and try to buy something now, because I bought back in 1977, and the interest rate was 9%, and we were totally happy with that. And now that's ridiculous. So by getting in at 2.5%, 3.5%, you want to hold on to that. And Native American voting issues, many unable to vote, basically because of the inability to prove residence in a lot of those deals. So they're trying to get that straightened out so they could get their votes in. And we have 1.4 million jobs gained in August. Business opens and the economy is basically on the road to recover. The GDP was at $21.4 trillion. Annual growth rate puts the U.S. economy on a path to about 2% growth in 2021, as long as you're growing. That's not bad after that shutdown of the pandemic. I mean, it's not too bad. So although many Americans are getting back to work, the shutdown had many drawing from their savings to pay bills or relocate to more affordable housing. Nearly 3 in 10 Americans have decreased or stopped their retirement savings due to the economic fallout of COVID-19. So that's why many are waiting for that stimulus package, because there's a lot that just don't have anything in there. In fact, one of the stats I saw was a large amount, a high percentage of Americans had very little in savings. And I've said before, for retirement, you're supposed to, I think they said the average was $44,000 basically for income, and you're supposed to have 11 times that amount in the bank when you retire, which is, I don't know how many millions of dollars. And in actuality, they have 25 to 30,000 in the bank. That's not enough. So because when you're younger, you don't plan on all the things that are going to happen in health and so on and so forth when you get older. Okay, so we have economy is headed for an amazing rebound. Basically, stocks are strong, interest rates, and so on. What we've been talking about. Although reports are out that the economy is in a downward trend, Amazon earnings doubled as the sales surged. Ford made $1.1 billion in profit in the second quarter, even as sales dropped. Apple rockets past expectations with surging sales and profits. Facebook comes closer to doubling profits. We'll go into this sometime, but when you look at so many businesses closing, big companies closing down, you look over at the other side on what's happening because of that. Okay, you have tech companies that people don't even know about aside from that, Amazon and these kind of companies where people are buying from. And there's numerous companies like that. People are buying stocks in and making hundreds of % profit because of these new companies, and they're coming up like crazy. U.S. consumer spend rising for a second straight month. The Fed Chief Powell said the Fed does not see inflation on the horizon, and we will see inflation dropping to about 2%. Okay. So what do we got here? The 2020 Atlantic hurricane season is already broken records. I went over that with you, and we have the big game with the Dodgers. Dodgers rallied to win and reach the World Series, and I think it's the third time in 4 years for those guys that keep track of it. LA was once down by 3 games to win in the series and fell behind in game, but I think it was third game, and came back to earn a return trip to the World Series. Thousands line the streets in Newport as President Trump comes out to Orange County. And I'll tell you what, guys, there's so much news. I just want to keep you informed on so much stuff. But from that, we have to move into a commercial. So we'll see you in a bit.
Welcome to EasyWayBroadcasting.com, your one-stop shop getaway to corporate Hollywood. EasyWay specializes in red carpets and will enhance your experience. EasyWayBroadcasting.com is top-ranked on Alexa and houses the EasyWay TV Film On channel, podcast radio station, and EasyWay magazine. Learn more about the beautiful EasyWay Angels and follow their events calendar. For more information, visit EasyWayBroadcasting.com and click on About Us or call 424-209-9290. Don't forget to subscribe to the website and follow EasyWay on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter pages for amazing updates and opportunities. Remember, that's letter E and letter Z because, well, we do it the easy way.
Are you looking to accelerate your influence? EasyWayWall.com is a new site that allows you to promote yourself, business, brand, and your products as an influencer. You can share your ideas, receive comments, promote and brand yourself with the power of affiliation. Associate yourself and your brand with the power players of today to become leaders of tomorrow. Come and join the EasyWay Wall today. Sign up at wall.easywaybroadcasting.com or text EasyWayWall to 55678. Looking to take the next step? Join the Easy Way Network and become part of our Easy Way family. Host your own TV show. Accelerate your viewership, as you will be seen on platforms such as Roku, Amazon, Apple. Brand yourself and affiliate yourself with celebrities, artists, influencers, and power planners. For more information on how to start your own show, channel, or network, go to easywaypromotions.com. To stay updated on all our upcoming events, text EasyWay to 55678.
Yes, indeed. Text EasyWay to 55678. And we have, because of popular requests, we just can't stay away from Jeffery Levine. I'll tell you what, if you want to, this is a game changer. And I'm not just saying this. You're sitting around at 20, 30, 40 years old, whatever. You talk to somebody like this, it's going to change your life. You're going to wind up someday having something to look forward to. Jeffery is a highly skilled tax planner and business strategist, as well as a publisher, author, sought-after speaker. He's been featured on national magazines on the cover of Influential People magazine, frequently featured expert on radio talk shows, documents, and so on. I could go into, we tease his education is second to none. But the problem is, if I go into too much of this, we're not going to have time to talk, and we want to get Jeffery on with us. Jeffery Levine, are you on?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me, James?
Hello, Jeffery, and thank you for coming on again. I hope we're not pestering you, but because of high demand, we would just want to have you back and see what's going on with you, because the world is in a crazy place right now, and they have to tune in. And Jeff, I'll tell you, there's tax situations and all kinds of situations out there that people are just not in the know about, and they're it's very costly not knowing the right answers. And you've probably seen this. When people move forward without the knowledge, it can cost them dearly, you know. And you've got wealth builders, experts through strategy, mindset, money magic. There's so much to do with finances and security with you. And what is the problem with people, Jeffery? Why aren't they tuning in? And all of a sudden they wind up at a certain point in their life where they're in trouble. And earlier in the show, I told you the stats on how much money they actually have saved. It's just mind-boggling. I don't know.
Yes.
I wish I would have talked to you, and I mentioned this to you before. I wish I would have talked to you 30 years ago. But just to touch base real quick here, you came across Eric, and we'll get the thing rolling here. You came across Eric at a Wealth Builder. There you go, Wealth Builder Summit about a year ago, and from there, what happened? I mean, does anything happen to actually change what you're doing and change your life as far as, you know, what's on your table with getting together with Eric and EasyWay?
Yes. Thank you, James. With Eric, my life has changed substantially. He is so influential that I am in covers of magazines. I'm going to be in an event with him where I'm going to be on a panel in December. And also I'm going to be involved with Brian Tracy and Les Brown, where
I heard Brian Tracy and Les Brown. You're going to be a keynote speaker. Congratulations on that, Jeff. I mean, wow.
Well, thank you. How exciting. They're two mentors of mine. I mean, Brian Tracy changed my life in 1985. He was at a financial planning seminar, and he's the last speaker, and I thought he was just another financial planner. But, boy, he rocked my world with his language, his positivity. I mean, I went to somebody next to me and said, is this a foreign language? I mean, I came from the negative world of no, you can't, don't, you're not good enough. You name it, I had it. And he spoke the opposite language. So I am so honored. And I just love Les Brown. I love listening to him. I am mesmerized. So I am going to be so excited. And what an opportunity. and I'm going to be on Eric's panel.
Was it? We have a panel. You got your own panel on December 11th, 12th, and 13th. JLS TV, right?
Yes, and we'll be launching JD3 TV also, and I'm excited with James Zuley.
JD3?
Yeah,
with
and
James
it's going to be it's my panel, and I will be getting
Congratulations on that, Jeff. I'll tell you what, this is amazing. Congratulations. And these are, these are situations that rock the world when you're dealing with these kind of people, and this is the way to get your stuff out, I guess, right?
Right. And what also is nice, what we're going through is the Mindset Money Magic panel at Eric's event will be sponsored by JLS TV. And what I want people to realize is the magic of your mindset with regard to money. People are being challenged. And what happens is you hear negative stuff. You talk to your friends, the fear.
Yep.
Well, you have to pivot. You have to change that mindset. And what happens is we all live in this called beta world, James. That means we're moving, going. I want people to start living in the theta world that they probably never even heard of.
Beta.
This is theta. Theta, yeah.
Oh, beta.
It's
okay.
Theta, yeah. How many people know about theta?
That's a new one.
Yeah, but it's almost like you're almost before you're going to sleep, you're so quiet. There's nothing distracting you. See, that's the difference. In the beta world, we're being distracted. We have our phone next to us. We're getting calls. We're getting texts. You name it.
Yeah.
It's very challenging to think. But in a quiet world, when you're by yourself, you have a magical mind. And you will get ideas that will come to you. And I don't know when they'll come. They may come then. They may come during the day. But you're going to have an idea.
Like the think tanks of the 50s, right?
Yeah. It's that important. But, there's been books called Think and Grow Rich. It didn't say work hard and grow rich. There's another book
you're an
called
ex-producer of Beyond the Secret yourself. I mean, you're deeply involved in this.
I was executive producer, and I'm in the movie. And hopefully this stuff is about as real as it gets. When you're talking about, and my statement, the way in which you think determines the outcome, it is so real. And like you say, you got to turn away from this negativity and lean towards the positive. And it sounds, I've heard that before. But you know what? Stop and think about it and adhere to that principle because, like you remember, Jeff, the Japanese experiment with the glass of water when they use an electron microscope looking at it's not just like looking at water. You can actually see the molecules in there. And they had positive people around it and the negative people, and it changed the chemistry of the water. And they say it changes your brain chemistry, which affects your body. So by keeping this positive, and in your case, the financial aspects of it, makes a difference the way you think. And like, for instance, Jeff, hanging around with your friends, and many of them, they have a certain level that they think of as far as purchasing or renting or whatever, and then hanging around with another group of friends that have a much higher level. Mary might have a couple friends that are thinking about buying apartment buildings, and the other one, she might have other friends that think about, maybe not at that level. And it affects the way you make your moves, right? Exactly, and it affects everything. When you're in this negative world, hearing everything, watching everything, talking to everybody, you get drained and your health is also affected.
Oh, yeah.
So what we want people to do is think better, be more positive, because I'm going to leave you with a phrase here that is so important, and I'm going to say it slowly because I can't say it enough.
Yeah.
You become what you think about most of the time.
I'm jotting. Yep. I've heard that. You become what you think about most of the time.
Right. And if you're thinking good thoughts, you're putting out something, and our movie was all about that. Beyond the Secret, The Awakening it's the law of attraction. What you put out is what you get back. But we're so conditioned in the negative world. We've heard as we're growing up, no, I know. It happened to me all the time. No. You can't. Who do you think? The best one was, who do you think you are? So
you know what?
Really,
I've had people tell me that, even the father's input. No, that's for someone else. Or, that you drive by a certain house and you think, yeah, that's only for those people. Or, it limits the way you think. And even some of the movies we watch, Jeff, if you remember some of those, little TV shows we'd watch, it's kind of in the negative format. And here you are sitting, it's inputting in your brain. And then you see another scenario where, like I told Eric, we're driving along one time. He's really young. We're looking at these homes up on the hill. And he said, I should buy a house there sometime. I said, why don't you think about buying the development?
Right.
Think in that level. And if in your case, the way in which you think determines the outcome, it has to be like with the taxes and the wealth strategists and so on and so forth. You think that would come into play, and from there make you think about ways of learning new strategies if the path you're on is not working, right? Like, okay, I'm not getting this much in the bank, I better start, and it kind of pushes you to learn more, correct?
That is correct, and especially the money mindset. A lot of people are challenges, a lot of small businesses, also a lot of employees. Some of them are a little older and now have been given early retirement packages, James. Oh. And the challenge with early retirement is we're living longer, and that puts a little more strain on your finances. So you really have to have the right mindset to make sure that money lasts.
Exactly.
And one of the things I recommend is sitting down and setting up a plan to make sure your money lasts. Now, what I think of people and what I do with people is we do affirmations. We need to reprogram that mind that has been brought up in a conditioned world. So I do more programming of the positive world. I can have this. I can do this. And we do affirmations. You deserve it. We're deserving. And also we visualize. You have a mental faculty called imagination that is so powerful that what happens when you imagine it enough, all of a sudden it becomes part of you. And you see it as real. See, your imagination a lot of times doesn't need to know whether it's real or not. You make it real by imagining it over and over. So what we have to do is reprogram that mind to get it from I can't to I can. And especially today with small business people, they're being challenged.
Oh, yeah.
But that's there are answers. News. There are answers, but they just don't know the answers. And that's what I do, and I'm gonna come up with a workbook on that to help people.
You are so on the money with this. You're so on the money with this. It has to be realized. And, the adaptability along with the belief, because things are changing. The guy that repairs the watches or the auto repair guy would be out of business, right? Because they don't look at the watch the same now as they did 40 years ago. Or you open up the hood on a car, it's not plugs, points, condenser, and a carburetor. It's all different now. So as time went on, they had to adapt to learning computers and so on and so forth. And the same with strategizing with finances. You have to adapt, and otherwise, you look what happened to the Sears situation and the Blockbuster and a lot of these big companies. They're now empty buildings and shopping centers, and it's rolling
correct.
over to the major technology side of it. But then you adapt from there. How can I work with that, right?
Well, you have to shift because we're in a different world. We're in a technology world. You need to do things differently. It's virtual. It's not in person right now. What can you do to make that shift? And what a lot of people it's too big a shift for some people. I know lots of people that couldn't make it. Well, you break it down into manageable parts, and you do a little bit a day, and you build momentum. But if you don't start, then you're going to be left behind.
I saw.
You mentioned the names, yeah.
There was a phrase. I think it was Robbins. He looked down. He said, "Look, if you're sitting in the chair and you look down and you see something you don't like a stomach that's getting bigger, say, well, if you don't get up and start working on it now, how much more of a problem is it going to be next year?" Well, as far as the minor savings and altering your budget, well, if you start now, you write everything down, get a program, which that's your expertise, and then you start following a pattern. Well, by next year, there's going to be an impact. But if you don't, and you keep going the way you're going, that list of debts gets bigger and bigger, doesn't it?
Especially the debts right now, because we have Christmas coming up, James, and the average person takes till June to pay it off. Now, we are in a different world right now, so it may take even longer. But if it goes back into next December and it goes longer than that, then you have 2 Christmases you're dealing with. Then you could have 3. So you have to change some habits now. Otherwise, it accelerates. And that's what I do for people. We give good habits and get rid of the bad habits.
That's tips that you got to write down. And you become what you think about. What you think about.
See, it's thinking. It's thinking.
Yeah.
And most people have been programmed not to think. We don't like to think. We're just busy in the beta world, the busy world. I call it the B for busy.
Yeah. And Jeff, you're always trying to help people, but I just wanted to throw something about Jeffrey here. Your congratulations, the nominee for the Heartpreneur Wall of Fame Award. Congratulations there. And
thank you.
And the cover of Influential People magazines, and the Wall of Fame is it's just been amazing. And you're right in there. You're just you're getting what you deserve, Jeff. And we need more. Is there a possibility somewhere in the future of Jeffery Levine making clones so there could be more Jeffs out there telling people about this so they have a better retirement? Maybe put something like that together.
The answer is yes. There's lots of people right now that are business or in a world that's not working anymore. And the key is you can always shift. There are other fields like finance that people need more and more than ever. And there's always opportunities.
Well, with that, Jeff, these are treasure troves of information, and these are the golden nuggets for sure. We're about out of time here. The clock is something we can't stop. But what would you give us as far as a sayonara thing here? Your contact? What would people do to contact you? We got the 11th, 12th, and 13th for your panel coming up. Give us your contact info.
Yeah, it's Jeffery Levine. JEFFREYLEVINE .solutions, or you can reach me at Jeff JEFF 12 Levine, Levine, @gmail.com. And James, it's always a pleasure to share information with you. You are so accommodating to me, and I appreciate the Easy Way Broadcasting. I love it.
We appreciate you being part of the family, Jeff. You're definitely changing lives out there for sure, and securing lives, and that's what it's all about on a financial plane. But you're a good guy, Jeff. Good guy to know.
Well, thank you, James. You are too, and thank you again.
I appreciate it. So, guys, that's how Jeffery Levine puts it together, and with that, we have to move into the commercial, and then Carmelita's Corner.
Welcome to EasyWayBroadcasting.com, your one-stop shop getaway to corporate Hollywood. EasyWay specializes in red carpets and will enhance your experience. EasyWayBroadcasting.com is top-ranked on Alexa and houses the EasyWay TV Film On channel, podcast radio station, and EasyWay magazine. Learn more about the beautiful EasyWay Angels and follow their events calendar. For more information, visit EasyWayBroadcasting.com and click on About Us or call 424-209-9290. Don't forget to subscribe to the website and follow EasyWay on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter pages for amazing updates and opportunities. Remember, that's letter E and letter Z, because, well, we do it the easy way.
3 great influencers are joining forces to create a space for you to be the expert, get credibility, and be a best-selling author. Get acquainted with the EasyWay Wall of Famers and reach a celebrity status with EasyWay Publishing, powered by NLCP. Get seen on the cover with EasyWay Wall of Fame celebrity influencers. Get the credibility you deserve for being a published author, best-selling status guaranteed. Increase your credibility, maximize your presence affordably and effectively. Enjoy your new life with EasyWay Publishing.
You are about to experience Carmelita's Corner. Carmelita's song Rosebud made it to the top 40s with the godfather of soul, James Brown. She's the founder of the Rose Breast Cancer Society. Now here's your host, Carmelita Pittman.
Well, hello there, Radio Land. We're back again, and we're going to be grand. We've got 2 wonderful powerhouse, wonderful guests to present to you today. They are both icons, both connected to the very legendary Motown Records Company. I'm talking about none other than Iris Gordy and her wonderful daughter, Karla Gordy Bristol. And I'm here to tell you, I'm so excited. I mean, I'm just about out of my socks here to have them both together. We don't have a long time, but we're going to make it a great time. And I think most of you know that Iris is the former vice president of Motown Records, along with her wonderful assistant, Iris Gordy Bristol. She has launched so many careers, I can't begin to tell you the long list. We'd be here all day. And she is currently also involved with so much. She's also on the board of trustees of Motown Executive Board of Rhythm and Blues Foundation, and there's much more. And I also want to talk about Karla, because a lot of you may not know that she's a great dancer, but if you look at that hourglass figure, you can understand why. Anyway, she's also a TV host at Beverly Hills Television. She's a real estate agent for the Nelson Shelton Real Estate Group. And she's also the CEO of Bristol Entertainment Group. Her father is Johnny Bristol, a wonderful recording artist who Iris had something to do with, by the way. And she's an independent distributor for Enagic International, along with her wonderful mother, Iris Gordy. And now may I present to you Iris Gordy and Karla Gordy Bristol.
Carmelita, the beautiful Carmelita. How are you, darling?
Oh, hey, I'm even more excited now that I have you both on board here. And Karla, how are you doing
morning,
this morning?
Carmelita. Good morning, and welcome to all your viewers, your listeners here this morning.
Yes, well, it's wonderful to be here with Jerry Pittman's beautiful wife.
Oh my goodness! I'm going to have to be able to shrink my head after I get through with this interview. I just want to say how thankful I am to have you both on, and I want to also give a quotation from you, Iris, and also Karla. Iris says there is a need more than ever in today's world for us to uplift each other whenever we can. And Karla says that she is grateful for the time past, doors opened, and paths I've ventured. I'm not done yet. And indeed, you're not. And I just want to talk to you both about your new engagement here with eMagic, the water company that brings us Kagan water. And Iris, when we talked the other day, you were giving a testimony about Smokey Robinson's niece, how it helped her. Can you start the conversation telling us about that?
Oh, wow, I didn't know you were going to start. Yes, I'm talking about our darling Sharon Burston, who worked with us at Motown for many years, worked for her uncle and a couple of other people, and she was just a beautiful spirit, wonderful person. Unfortunately contracted cancer. But first of all, before I go any further, I do want to say that our company makes no health or medical claims, Carmelita. Kangen ionized alkalized water does not treat, diagnose, or cure anything. However, what it does is, bodies heal themselves when given the proper tools, and this water simply empowers the immune system and helps the body to remove acid waste. Acid is a killer in the body, and it reduces oxidation on a cellular level and assists the body to do what God intended it to do, which is heal itself. So I want to get that out of the way because we don't want to make the mistake of having people think, oh, wow, this is a medication. The water's not a medication. It's just water. Water, but it's probably the best water on earth that you can drink and ingest into your body. We swear by that. But Sharon, to get back to your point about Sharon, did unfortunately contract cancer, and it was very well known. I mean, it's not, I didn't think we'd be talking about this on the air, but I know you like to be spontaneous. That's why I asked you, give me an idea what you might ask. But she did. But she came to me one day. I hadn't seen her in a while, and a dear mutual friend of ours, Mrs. Robinson, has spoken to me and told me she wasn't doing well, and so I saw her, and she looked frail, but when she hugged me, it was with such strength and such just vigor. And I said, wow, Sharon, that's wonderful. I'm so happy the chemo is working. And then she said, well, let me tell you, it's not the chemo. It's God, and it's this water I'm drinking. That, Carmelita, sprung me into, wow, what is this about? Because my daughter had told me about the water, too. So when you hear something 2 or 3 or 4 times, you start to wonder, okay, let me look deeper into this. But Sharon's story was very fascinating to me because she said she had just gone to her doctor the day before and they were scratching their heads because the lesions were disappearing. They didn't know why. She said, they don't know why, but I do. It's God in the water. I know. So now this was her opinion. This is what she thought was happening. And, maybe I think maybe it was for those of us who are believers. But we make no claims that it does that. And I know that I have not looked back since I got my machine. I'm very happy. Karla's very happy. And there you are. That's that. What happened in that instance. But I have thousands of stories like that. It's wonderful the effect it has on people and how it makes you feel as a proponent and a promoter of this product.
Well, that's great. That's a wonderful testimony, Iris. And the reason why I invited you both to come on board today is because this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And I want to thank you publicly, both of you, for also supporting the Rose Breast Cancer Society, because you came and gave a wonderful presentation last year at the Griffin Club, formerly known as the Beverly Hills Country Club. And I just want to thank you both for what you're doing and your contribution to the cause.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. And Karla, can you tell us about your experience, your venture with the company and Kagan Water?
Absolutely. I love the way Mom introduced it. I first came to know about the Kangen Water, as it's called. The parent company is Enagic out of Japan, and I came to know it through a multiple amount of friends back in early 2009 who were drinking this water, but there were very few people that knew about alkaline water at that point. And I always wanted to be healthy. I had children at the time that were young. They were athletes. And you want to make sure your body is taking in everything it can that's healthy, from food to what you're drinking. And so it really piqued my interest, and I learned more about it, started trying it, and I instantly felt different. I could tell I had more energy. My skin was not dry. I didn't have headaches, just on and on. My children recovered quicker from, ailments through sports, and I just immediately got rid of anything acidic in the fridge, like a Gatorade and sodas. We don't drink anyway too often, but things like that are very acidic, and it does wear you down. So at that point I told my mother, of course, because you want to share it with loved ones, and I did just that. And I bought a machine. My mother bought a machine, and several others after that started buying machines, and continually, story after story, people were telling us of changes, positive changes in their life, the way they felt, the different ailments they may have had that were going away. Again, we can't say it's a medical cure, but what comes in your body definitely affects how your body goes. The earlier guest mentioned a statement about you become what you think about most of the time. We say, change your water, change your life. You change the water that goes into your body, it will definitely change your life and how you feel and how it reacts and how it heals, more importantly, because acid does break your body down negatively, and alkalinity will definitely strengthen and allow the body to heal the way God intended. So that's really kind of a short way, and we drink it all the time. I'm drinking a glass right now, first thing in the morning. It gets me going, gets my body excited and healthy, and I drink it throughout the day. So I just recommend that people really look at what they're drinking. Hopefully it's not bottled water, which the plastic is very toxic and not good for your body, body as it is. You have shelf alkaline water that people see in stores. This is not at all like that. This comes out of a unit that you hook up to your faucet in your kitchen. Within the unit, there is a filter built in that takes, of course, chlorine out, which is the first thing that people always have in their water. And then it goes through this process. It's an ionized electrolysis water generator system. It's very technical. It's been created to help people, and that's what it does. And I really hope people look into it more and change their life in a positive way. That's what we're about. We want to share and let people know there's definitely some great water that can help you.
Well, Karla, I couldn't think of a better spokesperson. You and your mom, you do an excellent job of presentation, and I hope that in just this short period of time from what you said that people are picking up on your words. And one thing, I've learned that if the body is kept alkaline, that is going to be a preventative of itself for cancer, because it is impossible for cancer to live in an alkaline body.
Disease in itself, you're right, absolutely. Disease does not live in an alkaline environment. We were born alkaline. Our systems are born alkaline. It's what we start putting in, giving your babies these different drinks that make them acidic, and then colicky and other things happen, and then we grow up and we continue to eat foods that are acidic. So definitely you want to be in an alkaline environment.
And one thing I'd like to add, too, is that it's so much that the body is either alkaline or acidic. Mainly we are acidic, so we're born alkaline as babies. Babies are alkaline. That's probably about the only totally alkaline you're going to find in human beings. But everything about the human body should be about balance. It is about balance. Life is about balance, the yin and the yang. The Chinese know this. That anyone who studies ancient medicines and so forth, they know that, hey, it's all about balance in anything that you do. There's, a cause and effect. Whatever you, almost any language you speak, anything you're talking about, it's an opposite, a negative. This machine is very scientific. We're talking about science today with this COVID that has just invaded the world and just mysteriously come upon us. Everybody's got a different story about exactly how it started or sort of how it started. Nobody really knows, I don't think, but we'll find that story out later. But this is about just balancing and being following the science of it, because this is a scientific product. And people say, oh, wow, I know about that water. I've heard about it. I know all about that. No, not really. Most people, 9 times out of 10, they think they do, 9 times out of 10. But once you speak to them and talk to them, ask them a couple of questions about it, they really don't know. You don't know, because we've had our machines for a few years, and we're still learning things about this water. You sit on calls. They have a magnificent program at the company, training program and so forth, where you learn constantly about new things. Somebody just came up with something the other day. They were saying how they use their water to clean their vegetables in a certain way. We knew that we clean out. I don't use anything but this water to clean vegetables because it takes the pesticides off right away. You can see the difference by putting vegetables in different waters, which they do in one of the demonstrations. Karla has come up with some things that she's told me, and wow, Mom, guess what? The water did so-and-so. I had a sore throat, and I gargled the 2.5 level of the water. Now, that is the acidic level of water at the machine. The machine produces an acidic water, which we use for various things. It uses the water you can clean with. It produces a water you can drink, 3 levels of drinking. It's a very complicated machine to a degree, but very easy to hook up, very easy to learn. And before you know it, you're coming out sort of talking like a pseudoscientist, like we're sounding on this phone.
And I cut my finger the other day, and I soaked it in the acid water, and the bleeding stopped and the pain stopped within about 10 minutes. And I had a client who called me a month ago during COVID who cut their finger terribly and couldn't get it to stop bleeding, and immediately said, please, can I have some of that acid water you let me sample before? And she met me in Beverly Hills and said that it worked wonders. And, things like that make my heart sing. I love to help people. I love people to find out about something that benefits their body in a multitude of ways, which this machine does. It's not just for drinking. There's so many uses for this one unit. And if I don't sound excited, I literally am excited because my family loves it and friends love it who have it, and I've seen the change in their life. And there's nothing better than to do something positive and that can benefit other people. And that's why Mom and I, among all of our entertainment work, this is something that is just everyday living, important to us and for other people.
And a lot of our friends in entertainment have purchased the machine.
Oh, yeah.
There's already, I don't want to name names who, I don't want to invade anybody's privacy, but these people all over the industry and in all walks of life. My doctor is about to get one. We have a church in Detroit that is very close to getting one right now. In fact, they've been a couple of the members already have bought machines through my line, and or Karla's line, I should say, because Karla is above me in the line. We did it that way. And so people have sticker shock when they hear the price. Oh, wow. They range from what price to what? Oh, wow, that's too much. I can't afford that. But wait, hold it. How much is your health worth? People shell out $5,000, $6,000 to put fancy rims on their fancy tires, spinning things, and kids do that. Young guys do that. put fancy wheels on their car for $5,000 and $6,000. This machine costs less than that, and over time, it costs less than buying bottled water. And on the average of how people have those big bottles of water brought to their house, if you have water delivered to your house, or if you buy bottles of water at the store, it costs less than that over time. This machine has a 20-year lifespan. So over that time, after about 4 years, you've already paid much less for this machine than you would over bottled water at that same period of time.
And Iris, I just want to jump in on that because I'm looking. I've got one eye on the clock. I wish we could have you on for a longer period of time, but a lot of people may not be aware that bottled water that is in the plastic containers is leaching into the water. So you're drinking plastic, okay? How healthy is that? And not only that, when it's out on the docks being ready to be brought to the markets, it's sitting outside, guess where, in the sun, which is, again, is affecting the plastic, which leaches into the water. So plastic is one of the least ways of going to get your water. And and I wanted to say one other thing, too, that, our bodies, basically, like you said, if we, just get out of the way, are capable of healing themselves in so many ways. And I'm not making any medical claims either, but we were made to be healthy. And we just need to help ourselves stay healthy. And one of the most important things is to remember or know that your body is your temple, and you take care of it. You treat it with respect and reverence. And so what you put in your body is very important. Our mouths, it has no way of knowing the difference. It accepts whatever you put in it. So be sure that you're putting good, healthy food in your body and water. We're almost 80% water is one of the most important ingredients. We can go for a long time without food, but you cannot go without water. And also, as one of our fathers of medicine said, let thy food be thy medicine, and thy medicine be thy food. And I just want to ask you how people can contact you so that they can get a hold of this wonderful scientific equipment.
Well, my website is winningwithwater.com, winningwithwater.com. And any information to contact information is at the website.
And mine is the initial K, kgbristol.congandemo.com. kgbristol, BRISTOL.congan, KANGEN, demo.com. And there's a short demo video to give you a little bit of insight, and my contact information is there as well.
Okay, and we're getting ready to head out of here now. I always like to say we're going to make our move now into the great sunset. I usually get on my horse, or you guys can get in your Ferrari. But before we do that, I want to thank HB, our wonderful HB, for sending us this wonderful song. And we want to make sure that everybody goes out and votes.
Yes, absolutely.
Vote.
Yes.
Okay? And
know your local people. Try to find out and learn about the local people who are running too. The local elections are very important. Don't skip those places.
The measures as well. All of the measures are important to vote
on.
Yeah,
the whole banana. So we're going to vote on Proposition Love. Okay, Daniel, that's your cue.
Thank you, Carmelita.
My fellow citizens and members of the Love Party, tell me, are you happy? Do you want to live in a world where everybody is happy? Then here's what you gotta do. Get out and vote, vote, vote. Happiness.
yes. Isn't that something? Carmelita, we've known Carmelita for so long, and she's a real surprise when you're with her at an event. You're talking with her, and all of a sudden she's on stage, and you meet such interesting people around her, like the guests around the show. And with that, what an interesting show with Jeffery Levine and his treasure trove of information. And even at my age, it's making a difference. So you younger people out there, you can really make a difference in your lives. So we're going to see if we can bring Eric on here and just chat real quick. Sometimes it's a little hard to get him because of all the Zoom calls and everything, but engineer let me know that we might have a chance to bring him on. So, Eric, if you're in queue, just pop on, and we'll chat a little bit.
Yep, I'm here.
Do we got you?
Yep, I'm here. Hey, Dad.
Hey, Eric. So we got Mr. Easy himself, Eric Zuley, founder of Easy Way Broadcasting and the Wall of Fame. Eric, everybody is just enthralled about what's going on. There's with the situations around the world, and you're bringing some positive light to this, and with the new technology helping them get through this. And wow, so much going on. So what's up with you? What a question, huh? So much.
Well, thank you for contacting me and asking me to come on and let everybody know what's going on. And first and foremost, I want to shout out Karla Gordy and Iris Gordy. They're friends of mine, and they're doing some great things. I agree the water is very, very important. Shout outs to Carmelita for Carmelita's Corner. Great segment. And, especially right now with technology increasing and the radiation with 5G, water is very, very important because it is a little harsh on your body. You got to be protected.
Sure. So like the tip on the alkaline situation. That's a good tip. Keep an alkaline body.
Well, alkaline. If you have an alkaline blood level, alkaline. If you have a lot of, basically diseases can't live in an alkaline environment. So it's very true. I'm not a doctor, so I'm just giving my opinion. But yeah, as far as what's going on with Easy Way, I mean, the Wall of Fame is steadily increasing. We're always adding new things, and people are always interested in knowing what's going on with it. So the affiliate system is now ready. So for all 560 now members, we went from like 10 to 50 to 100 to now almost 560. We're creeping up to 600 members. We now have the ability for you to make money and for you to not only be getting the value of promotion, but actually making money with it and bringing people into the network. And it's real simple. There's a little button now at the bottom. It pops up on your phone, pops up on your computer, and just click on it and follow the instructions.
You've been working hard on making it a simpler program so people can navigate a lot more easily now.
The thing of it is we deal with a lot of people, and it makes it much easier for me or any of our people on our team to connect people when there's a simple way to show you who somebody is. And if you go on the Wall of Fame or you get a direct link, you can just send them that link and then say, this is who I'm talking about. And it just makes the Zoom meeting or the phone call that much faster. And we've actually had a lot of deals happen by the value that the Wall provides as far as the third-party perception on who we work with. Then, we have the television, which is going really well. We're working on our Simul TV channel, which reaches 60 million homes. We're developing that and getting that. So that's ready to go out. Working on JD3 TV, working on JLS TV, as you guys heard with Jeffrey. JLS TV is going to be great for the mindset of money magic. If you're a wealth builder in any way, you want to definitely be following that. And you can go to JLS TV on Facebook and follow that network. Same thing with JD3 TV. I mean, anything that I mention, you can always go on Facebook and search it because we have a page or a group of some sort. We have a couple of new shows that we brought on. The From Business to Benefits show with Gerald L. Kane. That'll be coming out soon. We have Eric Stoller, who works with Brian Tracy, and Nick, who's a big tennis coach, and Les Brown, and a lot of people with his amazing organization, which is called Champion Mindset. And if you notice, we're kind of going down the direction of the mindset thing, because, Dad, you've always taught me that
I totally agree on that. So it is so unbelievably true. And that's like I give you the example of the Larry King show, and they they've literally proven that even not just a mental thing, where you could see the thought is changing things. And with the glass of water that I talked about early in the show, in this mental situation, the way you think changes the structure of brain chemistry to actually affect your body and everything. And like Jeffrey was talking about with the thought process and, believing what you think, and you become what you think about all day and so on and so forth. I mean, if it's not believed by now, it's just absolutely so true and makes a difference in people's lives. And you're doing a lot of that for people by putting them back on track in this new age, getting them back on track. And because what we talked about, you can have goals and then you get a little disappointed because, well, I've tried this and it's not working. Well, okay, if you want to be an astronaut and that's your goal and you want to reach that and you think of it and believe it, but if it just doesn't come out because your eye vision isn't good enough, or maybe something's wrong with your health or whatever, so you stay on that path, but maybe you alter it a little bit. You get in the field of astronomy and work with NASA on that, but you're just not going to be a pilot or whatever, and you keep moving forward. And
we have a lot of opportunities for anybody that has expertise in that wavelength of wealth building, as well as we're going to be doing a really big event with James Dentley, our client, for a soft launch of JD3 TV on December 11th, 12th, and 13th. That's the event that Jeffrey was talking about. He has a panel, and we're going to have other opportunities for experts to speak on, and we have a lot of great people like Phyllis Lowry and Sharon Lecter and Dr. Money and a lot of people that are going to be involved with this thing. And we're going to be doing a lot with women as well. We're going to be going a lot down the direction with women on a lot of what we're doing. We're building sub-channels, we're building networks, we're building all these different things, and everything is found on the Wall of Fame. So you're going to see more and more stuff on our news wall, and we're making it really simple for navigation. And we're just putting out a lot of educational information, and not only are we doing it with EasyWay, but we're collaborating with so many other entities. We're up to 130 affiliates now that are all doing amazing things themselves. And we're going to put a lot of live events out, but basically the best way to follow what we are doing as a broadcaster, because originally our company was EasyWay Broadcasting, is go to easywaylive.com. That's all of our shows. We have over 40-something shows that are going to be going live there at that place. And then we have our app you can download on iOS. We're also on Roku, Apple, and Amazon, and any other platform.
When you have, it's like we were talking about, it used to be 2 tells 4 tells 6 people and so on. Now with this age and the way things are going online and everything, it's 2 tells 400 tells 60,000. And it makes such an effect.
But the thing of it is, though, too, is, and a lot of people come to me that want to learn how to build their audience, accelerate their audience, and make money from audience, make money from impressions. And the thing of it is a lot of people have all these platforms and stuff. But what I've learned is you really have to have the right campaigns and the right collaboration, the right people to be involved. And you got to have a lot of people to be involved to actually get people to react to whatever it is that you're doing. And it starts with the content. It starts with good content that people want to react to, but it also is a lot of hardcore, sweat equity that goes into pushing, to make sure people know about something. That's text messaging, email blasting, commercials, social media, blogs, groups, and just getting the word out there is a lot of work because, we reach 60 million homes now and we have all this great distribution, but does it mean that we really reach 60 million people? No, we could reach 6 people with a show if we don't do the marketing. And so we're designing an automated AI system that's going to really help to bring in the subscriber base that we have to really know about what we have going on through text messaging, through notifications, and through emails and stuff. And that's what we've really been working on behind the scenes is making sure our sponsors are happy. By the way, thank you to BrainTap and all of our members.
BrainTap's amazing.
Keep our bills paid. And also too, we're going to be putting a lot of books out too. My book is a 3-time bestseller now because we're going to be creating a bestsellers list through the Wall of Fame as well. So if you're an author and you want to get more stature, more status, more clout, more acceleration, more value to your book, therefore more sales, then contact us because we're going to be building that bestsellers list. We also work with the Los Angeles Tribune and Amazon and all that stuff. And so my book is now a 2-time bestseller through Amazon and the Los Angeles Tribune. And thank you to all my authors that are in that book. We've sold over 1,400 something copies. Thank you to NLCP Publishing, that's helping us. And then also I'm in another book with Forbes Riley and Steve, which is called One Habit. And I think that book came out last Friday, and there's over 130 authors in that book. I think it's like the size of an encyclopedia. Our great uncle did the World Book Encyclopedia. Well, they're trying to show us, that the encyclopedia, it's heavy. It's really a thick book, and it gives you the habits of experts. It's interesting, and so we're starting to go down the book lane a little bit too. So I want to throw that out there, and we have in-house ways of pushing out these platforms. And everybody, we're working on a new book right now called Elevate with Josh Liskey, who's a really high-level sought-off speaker and pastor, and we're getting ready to launch that. So you're going to see a lot of book launches coming soon. We're going to do a lot of book launches, a lot of TV show launches, a lot of networks. You've
impacted, definitely impacted the speaking and author world a lot from what I've seen behind the scenes, because like a lot of the companies out there, that we talk about with the shopping centers, and so how the buying factor has changed with retailers. It's also changed with the speaking world and with the book world. And you've come in there and totally benefited them and showed them how to keep going with the virtual world. It's amazing.
Well, I've been doing the carpet thing for a long time, and the carpet thing, I mean like a red carpet, the gold carpet, the press. That you get exposure when you're in front of a media wall with logos, and I brought the carpet experience, the idea, to the speaking world. Our company ran the carpets for the Think and Grow Rich tour. I spoke on that tour. And then when I got into the speaking world, I brought Easy Way to it. And you literally saw a transformational shift. And a lot of things started changing from the day that I got into the speaking world. And I started doing it virtually. And so a lot of people that are speakers or event planners are doing it the easy way. They're not necessarily saying it, but they are. They're shifting because what we do and the design and the strategy of what we've designed works. We made almost 6 figures with our awards company, the awards production, as far as paying for costs and also, being able to get donations for the cause that we're working with and everything that we're doing. But it was done a lot through a virtual experience, through utilizing software and giving people that whole carpet experience only virtually on the computer. Nobody needed to do anything but just stand in front of the computer and then listen to our education and our consulting. And they got out there all over the place. And we're designing a really cool thing on the wall to be able to give people that exposure. And so when it comes to exposure and visibility, we're kind of the leaders in that space, I think. I can safely say that because we have the in-house television, the magazines, the radio, the PR, all that stuff. But we also have very unique strategies of influencer marketing, and our reach is well over a quarter of the planet. And so thank you to God, thank you to the Lord, thank you to Jesus Christ for being able to open up these avenues and these doors and these educational platforms, educational situations, and just keep following EasyWayFam.com, guys. Keep following Easyway Broadcasting. That's the main thing. Easyway Broadcasting is the platform, and we're broadcasting it out there the easy way.
And thank you for all the work you do, Eric. It's like you say, it's not easy. When you do an event, you were talking about, the work that goes into it, and we talk about the virtual events and the regular events, and I'm thinking, this is a lot easier. You get to stay home, but it's almost more work on the technology side of it. It does take a lot. But it is definitely beneficial.
For those of you guys that are audio people and not readers like me, I'm not really a big reader. I'd rather watch something on TV or listen to it on a podcast. We are coming out with the audio version of my book, distributed by Sony Orchard through I'm a Music Group, as well as Brain Tap. So I will be one of the first books ever to help heal you, physically heal your body as you're listening to the book. So that's going to be pretty cool. A lot of cool technology, a lot of cool things we're doing. So thank you so much, Dad, for having me on. I don't want to take up all your airtime. I'll let you go ahead and promote your news and whatever it is that you want to do. But thank you to Daniel for engineering, and thank you to the whole team, because we can't do it without you guys. The team's almost 40-something people that are working around the clock really hard, and we appreciate all you guys.
Thank you, Eric. That's great. I mean, what you're doing.
And thank you to all the members, too. Definitely want to say thank you to all the members out there, all the Easy Way family.
Easy Way members.
All right, guys, if you want to get a hold of me, you can easily call us at 877-399-2929 for the company, and then you can text Easy Way, letter E, letter Z, to W-A-Y, to the number 55678. And as always, just email Easy Way Network, letter E, letter Z, Easy Way Network @gmail.com. Talk to you soon, guys.
Yes, indeed. Thank you much. And want to thank our guests, and jot that stuff down, guys, when Jeffrey comes on with us, because Jeffery Levine Solutions, this is serious talk. I mean, if you pay attention, whatever your age, it's going to make a big difference when it comes to that certain age that you want to take a break and kick back. But with that said, we want to thank all our Radio Boomers Live listeners and the Easy Way fam and the Easy Way Wall of Fame. It's just, I find it amazing when I see this stuff. Like I said, my thing is I'm still impressed by the television, but so much going on. So with that, guys, I think we'll be signing off. Congratulations, Reatha. Reatha will be back with us, I believe, next week, and she's out doing her filming. I believe she's up in Northern California. But so like we say, keep moving, keep the faith. Till next week, Monday morning, Radio Boomers Live, signing out.
Thank you for listening to Radio Boomers Live with your hosts, Reatha Gray, Star Betty White's Off Their Rockers, and Easy's dad, Jim Zuley. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at Radio Boomers Live. Radio Boomers Live is brought to you by the Easy Way Broadcasting Network. That's the letter E, the letter Z, Broadcasting Network.